The following is a plein air watercolor demonstration painting that I made at Rockaway Beach in Pacifica, California, just south of San Francisco. Before I did this painting, I did a small field study in my pocket drawing pad 4x5. It is sitting on a rock to my left. There are fishermen on the beach below the rocks where we are painting. You can see more of my demonstrations on YouTube. Examples of my paintings and notices of future watercolor workshops are on my website. Enjoy! So let's wet this one down like we did the other one. Use a bigger brush this time. Remember I turned it upside down for the field study? So I'd like you to try this kind of sky sometime this weekend. If you don't do it now, you don't have to do it for this painting, but I would like you to try it. Because this kind of sky is really easy, and you can get some fabulous skies doing this. So you see how I'm going over it quite a few times here. The sides of the paper, the edges here and here, tend to dry faster than anything else. So you have to keep going back over the sides. Okay, so now let's do this and just do the same thing we did before. Take some yellow. Maybe I use a little bit of this color this time. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm going to try to leave some white up in here if I can. And let's get some blue now. Now let's see what we can do with this. We can go. I want to get rid of this right here. See if I can get some paint to run into that area there. There it goes. Very nice. Look, she's up on the rock. See, it's really dangerous to go back into it after it's already starting to dry. Now I'm going to take my brush and pull it on the rag and turn it and go in here and try and remove remove. All right, let's say that's it. I'm not going to add anything else to the sky. If I touch the sky anywhere, here, anywhere, it's just going to ruin it. I have to accept it as it is. See, this brush is really, I'm really soaking up these puddles. See, it's still running down, isn't it? It's still running down. I want to do my ocean now. So let's start out with the ocean, and we're going to do the same thing we did before. We'll take this blue here and put some raw sienna with it. Yeah, I like that color. Okay, let's see here. Maybe we'll come back and put one in above that later, like we did with the other study. So I'm just touching it. Once in a while, I just touch it. And that way you can see some little whites in there for the little reflections from the water. And then here I'm going to leave this kind of white here. I mean, kind of, yeah, right toward on the rock. I'm going to leave that pretty white right there. Okay, that looks good. Take off those puddles. You see how much water I use when I put it down first. I don't put it down dry. It's pretty wet. Pretty wet when it goes down. Let's get this a little bit darker here. See how it's really white back there? Wow, it's great. Let that white be back there. And then here, see all of this white coming in here. You really have to work to save your whites. That's another white spot and some here. Okay, let's see, maybe get a little bit more intensity in my color here. Changing to a flat brush. I want to get this soft here. I want to try to keep this corner light. So it's nice to get back and look at it from the distance, you know. So that's good. Now let's do the rocks. And that first rock, well, let's just do it. So remember that when you're painting, everything's going to dry 20 to 40% lighter. Color here. This one here, I'm actually looking at the color of the rock and thinking about doing that. We leave this quite light here. So you see how I'm just laying the color in very, very boldly, but I'm being careful to paint the rock the way I want to. Keep leaving the white top white again. And then that's going to all be dark right in there, but I'm going to paint the rock first and I'll go back in and I'll do that later, those dark shadows in there. Let's get the rock done first. There's actually, you can see there's, I didn't see it when I did the field study, I didn't notice it, but there's a little tunnel in there. You see that little tunnel in there? Like that. Now see, I'll let that be white around there for the water. Get some soft edges there. Just tunnel in here. Very, very dark right in here. And there's a big darkness here too. Just putting a little texture on the rock there with my brush. And then a little bit of texture this way, right? Can you see it? Now let's go over and finish this one up quick here. Woo! It got my paper wet. Well, that's plein air painting for you. What's that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, some of that rock texture in there. And then maybe some over here. I might wait till this is drier and put some more in, but for now I think it's okay. Let's get that one rock in there. Got right here. I use my fingers sometimes to. There's another one over here. All right, this one right here.
Has anybody caught anything yet down there?
No. I was just trying to get a little bit of that reflection in there.
It makes me feel good. That's why I started to paint.
One thing about keeping the paper tilted up like this, everything runs down really fast, and then it dries really fast. So you can continue to work. You don't have to wait. You don't need drying time. That's a little bit better. And then should I put birds on the top of the rock? And looks like we need some little textures over on this rock now to balance that, don't we? How can I do that? Maybe, yeah, that helps. Put some of that detail over there. Maybe just maybe some spread brush like this over here now. Little texture there. And then maybe we need there's some reflection here. But see how this rock really dark and this one is so that you can tell the difference between the two of them. I even left some little white right there to bring that rock, you know, forward and to make it be distinct from the other one. Okay, now it's your turn. Let's see what you guys are going to do.